Last time on Lawful Stupid, I'll let you all do your kind of last times.
Am I doing last time point
For your
75,
one shots?
or am I doing...
Yes.
Okay. So last time on Lawful Stupid, Christoph Shindo, frozen in time, plays chess. The end.
It was magical.
I did magic chess. I'm a magic chess boy, and I did magic chess.
I'm gonna go second because I think Rowan's is real good. Well, be a little more in depth.
I Christoph Shindo play a game of chess, not just for honor, for showing intellect, but for my very soul. I play against figures from my past, my future, and all things in between, as this single game determines the man that Christoph shall become.
That's it.
Better?
That's
like
it. Yeah, that's what we're looking for.
Okay, great.
All right, now do yours in Atlas.
Oh, so the thing I learned was Alaria has a lot more complex, as women tend to be, but in a very, very good way. I see her more clearly now through her own eyes, literally. Find out a little bit more about how she became a cuss sword and how I'm going to do everything I can to help her get out. Also, I love her.
Ooh. I guess I haven't listened to that one yet.
Yeah, we haven't seen it yet.
And
You never will.
I talked
Never
to
will.
the god, the myth, the legend, Win himself, as he walked me through my past, potential future, ? Then we struck up a deal.
Ooh, so good.
It was good stuff. So, we're going to bring you back to present with all of the frozen in time moments elapsed. You have Atlas holding Chiringa over this bridge edge, dangling across this abyss. You have Rowan and Christoph behind Atlas, squaring off with these monsters. Luna against the wall, wounded. Lance pierced against a wall with one of these giant swords. And the tiefling wounded, and Sergioto Foothill and Gidgeza also not in great positions. And this black and white world is frozen. And the silence is broken as you boys fill with color. But the monsters around you and the world around you doesn't. So these monsters are frozen, the portal is frozen, and the first thing you hear as the silence breaks is Chiringa's voice. Anytime, Atlas!
Oh, yeah. And I'll pull them up.
I rush the door,
Okay.
rush to it and try to close it.
I'll rush to it too.
Okay, both of you roll strength saving or strength checks, please. Because they are huge doors.
While they're doing that, I'm just like slowly pushing all the monsters off the bridge.
Strength check.
Atlas got a
please.
15.
Okay.
Mine is also a 15.
So you both push the doors shut, but the big thing you notice is like Atlas is kind of like pushing the door shut, and you're like pushing against it, and your feet are sliding, and you're like squirming, but the door is shutting for sure.
Oh yeah, track marks.
I got a 17.
You walk over and you go to Christoph. You go to push the monster, and it doesn't move. And almost out of frustration, you do like that run shoulder tackle, and you hit it, and you drop, and you're looking at it, and it just teeters over. And you're like, ah, yes.
That's one.
And Chiringa, following Q, begins to push these monsters over as well. And the halflings are combining their weight and skills to help you guys knock these over. Off into the darkness
Oh,
below.
I run over to Lance. And I lay on hand for 1 HP.
You do that. He comes back to consciousness and is not feeling super good, but through the magic of D&D, he is feeling better.
Does he still have a sword sticking out of his chest?
He does, but you can remove that and use the magic of D&D. Like, it is what it is.
Okay, chill. I think he likes it. I think he
No,
This
I
is new
don't think that he does.
It's this new thing. No, man. It's like he's got an edgy new piercing that no one else has.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this.
Yeah. Isn't that where your heart's supposed to go?
They call me Lance Bladeheart now.
That's right.
Oh, it's just Lance the Lanced.
Yeah, Lance the Lance.
Oh.
Yep.
Anyway, doors closed.
Yep. And the monster that is blocking your exit, you see his colors start to slowly fill. Like it's almost like someone's got a saturation slider on him, and he's slowly starting to regain color.
Boy, we need a fucking bucket.
I mean, we could just push this guy
Is
off,
he-
really
yeah,
quick.
is
Like,
he the
everybody,
only
like,
one?
help me out, help me out.
Let's get him.
Okay, so you guys do that, and I assume all of you guys are doing that.
I'm
yes.
going to scoop up Lance while they push.
Okay.
He's fine. He can walk around on his own now. D&D.
Can he?
He's limping around on his own for sure.
Okay.
Atlas, do me a favor and roll a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
That's a 14. Or plus 2, so 16.
That's pretty good. So as it's going down, it swings its blade, and you're able to just arc backwards just enough that the blade just grazes. Not grazes,
gotta be
but,
quicker than that.
But yeah. That was like a Elvis Atlas, almost.
Oh, gotta be quicker than that. I can't do
Thank you
it.
very much.
And so you boyos sit in the middle of this dark cavern.
Just a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
And I lean over like, Christoph, can you keep a secret?
No. Tell me anyway.
Well, I can. And then I'll start walking off. No, it's Win. I met Win. I'm not entirely sure of what's going on, but I don't think we should stay here.
That's fair.
Yeah, we'll fill it. We'll play some Mad Gabs later, and I'll fill in the blanks. But
And you
we
hear
should.
a pounding at the door behind you and flashes of light as the door is pounded against.
So that's probably not great.
Yeah, we just should skedaddle. Get back to the wall.
Can we, like, bar the door? Is there a bar for the door? Is it like one of those bars that comes down?
No. And
Can I
Tringa,
borrow Willow for a second?
No, you cannot.
and
Look at
Tringa-
that door. It's massive. I don't think it's going to help.
Tringa says, I think we need the key to stop it, right?
What? That's a key to Ringa? That is critical information.
And she says, well, yeah. Or he says, no, I can't do it. It is what it is. He says, well, yeah. That's...
Oh, well, you have the key, right? We didn't just come down here for
you
nothing.
brought it with you. Surely we didn't come down here for no reason. Do you have the key, right?
And you see this like nervous look on his face, and he says, I'm pretty sure Justicar Spawn has it. I thought we could shut the door and it would stop the portal.
I'm not a smart orc, Sharinga. But one thing I do know is that if you have a key that locks a door, you're gonna need it to unlock said door.
Well, yeah, that's how I unlocked it.
So I imagine, and carrying this theme, I imagine you would understand that we would need that said key to again lock the door.
Hey, I thought it was magic, man. Like, excuse me for not thinking a lock would, like...
That's true. Magic is hard.
It is. I agree.
I mean, not for me. It comes naturally to me, but...
not the time.
Let's get out of here. That means that door's unlocked. They're just gonna come back in.
And so Tringa sprints over and picks up Luna. He's like, good idea, let's go!
Oh, yeah, and I'd lay on hands for 1 HP.
Okay, Luna wasn't, like, in that bad of a position. She was just damaged.
Oh, so she also gets 1 HP?
Luna's feeling 1 HP better.
Yeah, she's feeling 1 out of 30 better.
Yep, 1 HP better. And so Tringa, like, books it. And Tringa's squad follows.
Yeah, I guess we
Oh,
did.
yeah, for sure.
And so you guys run into the next room, and it's dark, but you're able to see the figures of these big monsters in this big room, and they're slowly starting to, like, turn and move as they come back up into consciousness, but they're not able to regain movement and overall ability before you guys sprint over and make it into the next hallway. And so you guys make your way out of the cavern through these tunnels, and when you come up, if you remember, you came in through this damaged castle, and you come out, and there's still a battle going on. And Findle is no longer a dragon. He's just him fighting with varying levels of success. From his just wiping people out form, he's starting to struggle. Just the numbers of the monsters. I mean, there's a lot of bodies.
Findle, we have to go. We fucked up.
You did... Wow!
We need a fucking K.
Silver mage hand into the air.
And with that, you hear a roar. You hear the roar of an orc and shouting of men, and you can hear your exfiltration team charging towards the city. And what you don't realize is these monsters are bearing down on you as you're running, and Findle's running with you, and he's having a hard time keeping up and keeping them off of you. And you see these monsters gaining pace, and Findle will turn and he'll shoot a spell, and he'll turn and he'll shoot a spell, but they're getting closer and closer as you guys are running away. They're bearing down, and
I throw down the caltrops that Atlas made for me. I throw down the caltrops that Atlas made for me.
And so Findle sees these, and being Findle, he like leaps over them like spry old man, and then these monsters charge over them as well with varying levels of success. And so you see like the first third of them charge over, and then the second pack of them slip and fall and cause problems for the people behind them, and they're climbing, but there's still like 6 or 7 behind you. And you hear this like whistling noise, like off in the distance, and then it gets louder and louder, and you hear Findle look up in the sky and say, "Oh no!" And he leaps towards you guys as a huge arcane explosion erupts behind you, destroying the demons or the monsters. And Findle like scrambles to his feet and says, "Okay, boys, that's not good. Go, go, go!"
I go.
Yeah, go.
I also.
And so you guys make it out of the city walls, and more of these arcane explosions are hitting the town, like in various locations. And the squad of soldiers from what was once Oxbane's military force meets you, and they're able to provide a wall And by the time they do this, there's like 4 of these monsters left versus, this orc and a bunch of soldiers, and these 4 things collide. And because these things are so large, it's almost unfair. These things barrel through them, with the commander as an exception who holds his own, but they're winning. They're just sheer numbers of winning. And in the background, you can still hear this bombardment of arcane explosions. And you hear the commander shout. And Commander Kendo says, "Go! Go!" And his men start to retreat as he's fighting this last monster. And
Findle, hit him with your powers!
And so Findle turns, and the move that he had opened this very fight with, this short laser beam move he uses, and you hear the commander just freak out as it zips by his head and pierces through this monster, and he turns around and just runs. You all force march your way out. And as you leave, everybody do a perception check for me, please.
I would love.
It's an 8 for Atlas.
Crit fail.
Yes. Oh, great.
15.
Bring it up for the boys. And so, in the distance, as you're making your way, in the distance, as you're retreating from the town, you see white sails. And you see this over this redwood ship. And you can see these volleys of large arcane blasts coming crashing down on the city.
Does anybody know who those belong to?
It's probably Windy.
What belonged to?
And so you guys are running through the woods as you have this conversation.
Should we run to the ships or just keep running through the woods?
That's a good question. Probably gotta get these guys back and safe in the hideout. Some of them are very bad boo-booed.
Can we get in without Findle?
I mean, it's not like he knows the secret knock that we don't. Like
The cave?
I thought we ran through a wall. At least the last time I.
that was just the fastest way to get out of the city.
Yeah, you guys ran through a wall to exit the city.
Then we ran through the woods to the cave, and then walked into the open mouth of the cave.
Yes, confirmed.
Can we
difference.
make it there again? Intense music. Cue intense music.
And just Atlas looking around frantically while everybody's walking in the right direction. Will we get there, boys?
Only time will tell.
You guys make it back to the cave after a march.
Time has told.
Yep. And the cave is still the same melancholy vibe as you guys approach, and when the commander steps into the cave first, everyone kind of turns and has like this kind of look, and the commander shakes his head, and everybody kind of like shrugs their shoulders, because he doesn't know at this point that you guys have shut the door, or if the door's shut, or the varying levels of success. But to him, they're still fighting off these monsters, so...
I immediately run to the lead church, kind of aid camp.
Okay, so you do that, and to greet you is... Steward Felon? Yes, Steward Felon. Yeah. And so she turns to you and says, You're back. Is
How's
everyone
Svan?
okay? And Svan sits up and he says, I've been better.
You're still handsome. Give me that key, please. That thing, we need it very badly.
And Svan, like, rummages in his bag and he hands you this obsidian key with these, like, green cracks around it. That key...
No, yes, Svan, thank you very much for the key.
Well, I didn't know if you needed other keys, and like pulls out this jingling set. No,
he pulls out the one true golden key.
yeah,
blade that
no,
can
it's like
close
this
the
blade,
door
yeah,
to
giant
Kingdom
key.
Hearts.
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
I know now.
Yep. If only you knew. If only you had that before.
Thank you, Svan. I needed this.
And he just kind of nods at you. And the steward says, "Is everyone all right?" And Chiringa walks up with Luna and kind of lays Luna down. And Luna's beat up, but okay. And you hear Luna say, I've had better days, but our friend, Lance, he's not in a good position.
Lance slowly skips up because D&D, and he has a giant sword sticking out.
Presents the sword proudly.
Yeah. And the steward's eyes just pretty wide open. That doesn't look good. And Lance says, well, I've definitely had better days for sure. And she says, sit down, we'll do something about this. And Chiringa says, so we're going back then, right?
I started looking to
Like right now with the artillery thing going on. And
Yeah, so we have to go see what that's about, and then hopefully it's help, and then hopefully we can go in there with like an army this time, and then we'll close the door with this key.
And Chiringa says, I mean, an army would help, for sure.
Would not hurt. So Chiringa, I need you to go brief the Magister on everything that's happened, except make it sound like we're way cooler than we are, because his opinion secretly means a lot to me. So go do that, and then we are going to go to those ships and see what the deal is.
are we sure we want to do that before, taking a little bit of a breather? It's been a long fucking day.
I mean, do you need a short rest, my dude?
I think everybody needs like more than a short rest.
We're not taking a long rest, Alex. I know we haven't had one in 18 episodes. I know. I know we have no spell slots. I know. But we can't just let this go on and the events unfold without us.
Don't worry, I too am without spell slots.
My magical energies are also low.
You're also out of rages.
Yeah.
I think I have one left, actually.
Yeah, you might have
you do
one.
Okay.
Maybe. Because I remember you burnt up a couple just running around.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're in your last one. Or I think you don't have that.
Yeah,
That's
you're
fine.
one or empty. Either or.
I know we're in a rough situation.
It's not great.
I get that. But we're going towards the ship. We're going away from the monsters. There should be a pretty safe encounter.
That's a very big assumption.
Please.
Well, I mean, I don't see why anybody would just be firing on Oxbane unless... Christoph, you said you sent for help, right?
I did. I sent for help to Windy from the Architects Guild to bring the full might of Yori down upon these scourge.
It seems like too much of a coincidence for it to not be help.
I mean, if we show up, and this is secretly a different invading force that has been planning on taking Oxbane, and they do not know there are demons in there, and they think they are firing on townspeople, we might be a little fucked. But I'm willing to play the numbers on that.
All right, let's do it. Just making sure that we're all on the same page.
Oh, we know. We get it.
To the ships.
So you guys ready to turn face and head back out?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
So you guys.
So we got all the people, all the NPCs to the Ledge Church tent, so they're getting aid.
Yep.
Swan is alive, hooray!
Correct.
The Magister being briefed by Taringa, and we have the key now.
That's correct.
Is there anything else we need here before we leave again? We cannot do something critical like leaving the key behind again. Is there anything else we needed to do here?
Only Taringa would know that, since Taringa's the one that opened the door.
Has he ran off yet?
No.
Taringa, is there anything else we need to know before we leave?
When he looks down for a moment, he says, Renoir gave me the key, and I found the door. I opened the door like an idiot. Nope. I think that checks off the list. Oh, yeah, big bad monsters. They're in the town. That's not great.
But they're being blown to shit right now, so that's kind of sweet.
Also concerning.
Slightly, but for the record, this key is that key
if it's
you
a
had.
pro-con thing.
This is that key, correct? This is the key?
And he looks and says, yeah, of course. That doesn't look like an ordinary key to you, does it?
Oh, I don't know. I would think if you had a key that you opened the fucking door with, you'd probably tell everyone we're marching into a city of demons to shut the fucking door. But yeah, you're right. We're dumb for asking.
You know, I think if you call a god, you probably would have done that before we were at the door. But, you know, you're right.
You would think that.
Yeah, you'd think that we all make good decisions. We don't. And Tring is like getting in your face about it. It's like mildly delirious from lack of sleep.
Yeah, you're like
Taringa, go talk to the Magister. Rowan, I like your earrings. Let's go.
Thank you. Let's go to these ships.
So you guys go back out. And you make your way back to Oxbane.
No, we're not going to Oxbane. We're going to the ships.
Yeah, I mean, remember Oxbane's like a coastal city.
the harbor.
So you're heading that direction. I'm not saying you're like going into Oxbane. Like you have to head that direction, right, to go towards the coastline.
Yep.
Whether you guys want to do whatever once you get there, that's fine.
I thought they may have been down the coast.
No, they're so if you look like if you're in the woods,
right to the port.
So you're in the woods, which is there's no man's land between the walls and the woods of Oxbane, and the ship is in the distance, like parallel essentially. And what you guys notice is that the firing has stopped. And you can roll perception checks before I just give you all this information. Like a good storytelling DM.
6 to 8.
20. That totally makes up for the fucking fail.
It does. So, Rowan...
16 is...
Okay, so everybody, you guys can see that there are still monsters walking around. You can see their shapes and forms through the cracks in the walls. But you see a lot less of them for sure. It wasn't like the troves of them that you saw before. And the ship in the distance, Kristoff, you notice it's much, much, much closer. Now, it's not within like reasonable striking range, but it is as close as a ship of that size would get to the shoreline.
Sure.
What do you always want to do?
I want to go around the city.
Okay. So you guys trudge through the forest, heading...
stealthily.
Okay. That, to be clear, please roll stealth, but that wasn't like a DM's giving tips. That was a DM's like searching for a phrase that isn't making your way, and trudge was the first thing that popped up.
Okay.
No, I mean, you should still roll stealth. That's always fair.
A natural 20.
Okay.
21.
19.
You all think you're stealthy. And so you guys slither through the forest, heading towards the south, where you guys know the Cave of Choices. It was in that direction. And as you get closer to the Cave of Choices, where the path that leads to the Cave of Choices, you see the descent from the trees and the wood line down to the coast. Hey Shane, can you make a perception roll for me, please?
Yeah, what for?
I mean, we'll see.
Okay, yeah, let me do it. My fucking dice, piece of shit! Fucking fell off the table. I gotta go get it.
Every time.
Oh, God. You know what would happen if you had a dice tray?
Yeah,
Not
I
that.
would love if I had a dice tray, but I only keep fucking products in my home that are emblazoned with the image of our Lord Odin. You know that.
Well, actually, Dwayne, weren't you just telling me about this Odin dice tray?
Yeah, Dark Silver Forge has this really sweet Odin dice tray. It's really high quality, and you can get metal dice there too. I think Shane needs one of those now, especially so I don't get my ears blasted out again.
That would solve all my problems.
Yeah, heavier dice, a dice tray? Oh my God.
But is it emblazoned with the image of our Lord Odin?
It is.
Yes,
also,
it is.
if your lord happens to be Cthulhu, they have one of those as well.
No, I converted back in the 90s.
Oh, okay. Well, they have both. So, whatever your fancy.
That is
Well,
fancy.
and if you're already there, when you're in that checkout spot, you can even just use Lawful Stupid in the checkout code and get 10% off site-wide.
Whoa!
Wait,
We have that?
Basically free.
So it's not just on the dice trays?
No, it's
Get
everything.
out.
All things being relative, that is essentially free.
Yeah, that's free.
Like in
It's
the
close enough.
infinite stars of the cosmos, like it's a sum insignificant.
Hashtag Lawful Stupid, we're not sure what for you really means.
Yeah, one more time, Lawful Stupid at Dark Silver Forge. You can get 10% off site-wide.
I gotta get my dice.
Yeah.
Because if they're pirates here to loot and steal, they probably don't know that town is full of demons.
They're going to be very disappointed.
They're gonna be pretty bummed out when they find out everything's already been looted and or destroyed. But they had those arcane blasts. Regular pirates don't have that, do they, Rowan?
Some of them do. I mean, that's a big
terrifying.
fucking galley.
Yeah, tell me everything you know about it. You spent your life on ships.
That is a big fucking ship.
Right. Good call. Okay, awesome.
Look,
Do you recognize maybe the ornamentation or the sails or the flag or know who these might
let
be?
me consult
'Cause I
my
mean-
inner thoughts.
Rolls history check.
Wait as he sits crisscross applesauce on the ground.
I rolled a
For 40
17
minutes.
for whatever, if I have any additives to it.
Is it be history? So I don't know
Then
what
it
your
is a
intelligence
17
is.
because it is 0.
Okay.
You don't have any sort of like background situation, like from being.
Are
you're
you a
a pirate,
pirate?
right?
Is that your background?
No, my background is an urchin.
Ah.
Oh,
Yeah.
But he just lived on a ship. All right.
but it's a sea urchin.
He's a barnacle. You know this. You can see that there is a flag flying on the ship, and it is a white flag with a single blue line down the middle. And you know that is a flag of the Murphys.
Murphy's Law.
No, Murphys. You know the Murphys to be pirates. That all of their ships are known for being fast and nimble and versatile naval combatants in general.
Would I know anything about them using arcane stuff, or is that just a...
You would know that pirates use, like, they try to have a mage, and that so you would know that they have like fixtures on these ships that mages will use as giant focuses to enhance their abilities, almost like cannonballs, and then other pirate ships just have ballista and other type of physical projectiles, but pirates want mages for sea battles for sure.
Okay, after consulting my great knowledge, I think that's the Murphys. They're
they cool?
they're very formidable pirates. They're fast, and I think they employ mages as their artillery.
Would I parlay? Is that a thing that we can do?
Sometimes, typically. Okay, so when you think of pirates, they have a very one-track mind, and that is money,
Sure.
and, which we don't have a lot.
right? But I'm just like, I kind of want to warn these guys they're about to go into demon.
And that's the
battle.
other thing. Information is better than money. So I think if we go yell at them in as peacefully a manner as we can muster, we'll probably be fine.
Okay, hands up.
I don't think you have to have, like, hands up.
No?
If you want to.
I kind of do.
Well, what if they think you're a mage and you're about to do a spell?
Hands behind the head.
That's very nonchalant. I like that.
Better.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Yeah, that's perfect. Just keep doing that. Alice, you just keep being you. And,
Well, I'm not going to do it if I'm the only one doing it.
it's fine. We'll say hey. Ahoy! That's...
And you see all of these pirates snap their necks towards your directions. And they look. And there's this brief awkward pause between you until you hear the big Goliath. Ahoy!
Like, you're the Murphy's, right?
We're part of them.
Well, I don't know what your business is here, but you might want to be aware that that town over there is covered in fucking demons.
And then you hear the high elf who's dressed in wizard robes, and she has black hair and bronze skin, and she says, "How about we all stop screaming and you come closer?"
Okay,
That sounds like a plan.
we do that.
Okay, so you guys approach, and you see this big Goliath, the guy that was yelling at you, and he's got this giant mallet on his back, and his arms are covered in scars. The high elf that you saw, as you get closer, you notice her eyes are black, like just pure black. And you see, some other pirates, and they tend to have blue and white accents for their clothes. In typical pirate attire. And
Peg
then
legs, eye patches,
you
hook
see,
hands.
this red tiefling, and he's got your. It's almost, Rowan, you're almost jealous of it, I would think. Like, it's a flamboyantly ostentatious pirate hat, but it's beat to fuck, right? Like, it has been worn. And when he turns to you guys, he is wearing glasses, and he has this long coat, and you can see the hilts of the two blades that cross on the lower side of his back. And in his hand is a crossbow. You notice, Kristoff, that for a tiefling, he's pretty, thick, muscle-wise. He is definitely a lot larger. Like, Atlas, you would definitely pin him for being, one of their fighters of their race, because he is... Most tieflings tend to be, slender and just, not necessarily buff, but he's got more of an A-frame going on. He's pretty ripped. And the most important thing to you, Kristoff, that you notice about him is his horns are broken at the roots on his head. And his tail, as it skids around in the sand, you notice the tip of it is metal.
Kristoff, why is he so much cooler and bigger than you?
This eye of the beholder kind of situation. I don't really know how to answer that question. I am who I am.
Is his crossbow named Big Baby? Or the Samaritan, by any chance?
I don't get that reference.
It's a Hellboy reference. Because it's a big red buff tiefling with broken horns.
With
I love it.
horns. Hail and well met. Oh, vast ye scurvy dogs, yes.
Yeah. They just kind of look at you.
Anyway, here's my friend Rowan.
Yeah, so, as I was saying, I don't know if you are aware, but the town you were laying siege to is just covered to fuck with demons.
And the first mate steps forward, and he's a Goliath. He's towering over you, Rowan, and he leans out or extends this large forearm and goes to shake with you, like a pirate shake, like on the forearm.
Definitely.
And so you shake, and he says, "That's nice to see someone from the life. But yes, we're aware of we know something weird is going on in town. It didn't look good."
So what's the gambit then? I mean, we were in the town, and it's bad. Like, fuck all bad.
The captain walks up and he says, "Well, we were coming by, and honestly, we were just patrolling the seas, and our friend here," and he motions to the high elf, and he says, "Avia, she saw something through her arcane scope, and she's never seen anything like it. We didn't want to get involved. And then we saw a giant dragon. And we thought that's not normal."
That was Findle.
And he looks at you. He says, "There's a dragon named Findle."
Yeah, sometimes he goes by Piper, though.
Yeah, it's,
It's two dragons?
It's a crazy old man and a tiny dragon, and they combine to be a big scary dragon. Also known as Findle Prime.
And he looks back to Avia, and Avia just shrugs this annoyed shrug. And he says, "So the dragon's good then?"
Not
he's
bad.
not evil.
More like a chaotic, definitely a chaotic
Yeah,
force.
but not evil.
Well,
Not evil.
anyways, we saw that go down and thought Oxbane probably needed some help.
More than you know.
You were right.
So, our girl here, and as he says that, you can see her visibly get frustrated in the brow as he references her to just as a girl. And he says, "She could see some people running from the monsters, and we thought, well, as good as time as any. We didn't hit any of your boys, did we?"
No, not that I'm aware of.
I don't think so. I don't know.
And he kind of looks at her and nods, and she says, "I don't know what you expected."
You seem very talented and powerful from what I can gather. I mean, you have this great sight that you've been utilizing, and you've obviously got destructive forces that thank you for your aid. You actually saved our bacon.
And she says, "It wasn't a problem." And the Goliath kind of laughs and says, "She's being modest. She's really good at it.
Seems
It's
very good.
pretty scary if we're being honest."
Oh, I can tell. I would have shit my pants brown.
And you hear some of the other pirates who are still getting supplies off the boats, and they're laughing as you say that. And the captain says, "Well, we thought we'd come ashore and see what we could do."
It depends on what you mean by do, because I only know you by reputation, and the Murfierce is... The Murfice is Murfierce.
And he laughs and he says, "You're not the only person to make that joke. I didn't come up with the name, but I'll fly the flag all the same." So is there anyone else here fighting back?
We are the only ones left putting up a resistance.
There's a handful.
And he kind of crosses his arms and says, "How long has this been going on?"
Over a week.
So not going well, it sounds like.
So there's a gate that all these demons are coming from, and we've managed to fight to the heart of the matter and close the gate, but we didn't know that there was a key. We have the key now, but I fear they've already reopened the gate.
And he laughs and he says, "I fucking hate magic."
Yeah, it's bullshit.
And you can see Avea in the background, just putting her hands on her forehead, just like really annoyed with the situation and everybody involved.
I'm gonna do a little mage hand. Do a little mage hand way better.
She just gives you this. She stares daggers at you. That's the best way to describe what's going on down here. But the Goliath, super pleased with your shenanigans.
And I mage hand shrug.
And he laughs. He laughs hysterically, like big rumbling Goliath laughs. And he says, he puts his big like Goliath meaty hands on you, and almost like it shakes your body as he pats your shoulder. And he says, "I like you, Tiefling."
Yes, I like you as well, Goliath. You are a very nice gentleman.
And he puts out his hand and he says, "The name's Zell."
Christoph.
And he like shakes you, but in doing so kind of shakes your whole body with you. And then he says, "We're gonna get along great."
I agree.
And the captain says, "So your next plan is to go back in?"
We were kind of in the midst of developing, workshopping that next plan. When you guys came along, we thought, well, this could be a variable that we very well need to get a handle on, so then we came here.
Just to be real honest, it's been a very rough 24 hours for us.
And he smiles at that, Rowan, and hands you a wineskin full of rum.
Oh, is this what I think it is?
And he laughs and he says, "It's only the best."
Oh, I just drink. So happy.
And it reminds you of your seafaring days. It is that salty rum that you have been known to love and just enjoy, sitting on the deck of these ships drinking.
That was from the captain?
Mm-hmm.
That's how you know it's good then, because the captain's ain't walking down.
That's right.
Thank you, Rowan, by the way.
And he extends a hand and he says, "I am Captain Renwick Tyndall."
Yeah, history check.
Yeah, go ahead.
Natural 20.
You know that there is a legend on the seas. A legend even in silence, but a legend all the same, of someone called the Ghost. And the ship that the Ghost inhabits. And you know that Captain Renwick Tyndall has been accused of being the Ghost, and the Ghost is known for tearing through like armadas. Not armada's a strong word, but like squads of ships.
Fleets.
Yeah.
Huh.
And he says, "What's your last name, Christoph?"
Shindo.
And he kind of frowns, and says, as in the Shindos?
Formally.
As in the Shindos are formerly, or you're no longer a Shindo?
I'm no longer associated with the Shindos of Silence. We all have ghosts of our past.
And he looks at you like he kind of like narrows his eyes, and he says, I suppose we do. But I'd be a fool if I didn't at least bow. And he takes off his hat and gives you like a quarter bow. And he says, as he comes back up, he says, I may not live in Silence, and Silence may not have been my home, but my parents spoke highly of your father and his parents. So I would be a fool not to pay respect.
Thank you.
And he looks at you, Rowan, and says, so, you're obviously the leader? What's the next step?
Obviously.
How can we help?
Well, we can go back to the base cave that we have and look at our supplies and come up with a plan there. It's kind of our base of operation for the time being.
And he looks at you and says, base cave?
It's the safest place that's still nearby that we can do patrols and not be in immediate danger.
It's what all the kids are calling it nowadays.
And Avia laughs and she says, I'm pretty sure the safest place is the drunken sun, and motions over her shoulder towards the ship.
Would you be willing to take the refugees from Oxbane?
And the captain looks and says, where would you want us to take them?
Yori?
Yori's landlocked. We can't get there.
Just away from here?
And he looks and says, I'm sure we can work something out.
It would be better than the cave.
And that's where we're going to stop this episode. With you boys parlaying with a Goliath, red tiefling, and high elf pirate.
Yar.
Catch it.
It's like alternate versions of us. We're looking into a different dimension right now.
Are we?
Kind
yeah.
of.
Okay.
Big, strong guy. Well, no.
Yeah, no, I don't know what that is at all. Like, they're not
It's
even...
like B.A. Tiefling and Pirateman. It's I don't know, maybe...
I feel like that's stretching to say that there's three of them, and one of them is a tiefling.
It's strong guy, magic user, pirate.
Tiefling. Yeah,
But you...
See, that's where we muddied the water. Let's not talk about this anymore. Let's just not address it. We'll just pretend it didn't happen. Anyway, thank you guys so much for listening. We love you very much.
You're all amazing. All the support, the fact that you're listening to this and our aimless ramblings at the end of the show is amazing and commendable.
And the fact that you don't hold it against us in the Discord channel.
Even though you
idiots.
should?
Or on Instagram.
For sure.
If you're listening to this and you're the Discord channel, tell us we're big dumb idiots.
That's true. But thanks for listening. And if you're not in Discord, you definitely should be. Like, I opened it up just now to see somebody drew this really sick tiefling art. Maybe elf. I don't see a tail. I confuse tieflings and elves a lot. That's an elf.
It's for
When
sure.
I
I think
opened
they
that
have
up.
fur.
I also thought they had fur. Yeah, that's true.
Could be a monkey, he wouldn't know.
That's fair. Yeah. And same thing with Atlas. It's great.
Could be a monkey. We
Could be a
still don't
monkey. We
know.
don't know.
Probably a monkey.
Probably a monkey. But yeah, if you haven't checked us out on Instagram, you should. I had a blast doing... Instagram came out with a new feature called Ask Us a Question or Ask Me a Question or something like that. And I did that this weekend, and we got a bunch of cool questions that I got to answer. It was awesome. You guys, clearly, I'm looking at the faces of the recording boys. They didn't see it. They don't look at our own story at all. Like, it's pretty funny.
No, I saw it. I absolutely saw
All
it.
right.
Yeah, and I was going to hop in there and answer some
That's
questions,
one of
but it
us.
seemed like you had it handled.
Yeah.
I actually saw people are in there asking questions, good questions about the campaign and stories and what your favorite, races and stuff are. And that's just cool. That's just cool. You can ask us stuff about the show. You can ask us about stuff about our characters, and we'll go on there and we'll answer them.
Yep, for sure. And if you haven't rated us on iTunes, please do, or whatever your podcast catcher for sure is. It just helps. It helps us get into the rankings. It helps us move along and get to more ear holes. And I think we want that.
And your honest reviews will help us improve to do better for you.
That's true. Yeah, but if you leave a bad review, just tell us why. Don't just drop a 1 star.
Just tell us I hate you and your stupid face because Kristoff makes me want to punch a baby, and I'll go, thank you, I'll work on that.
Yeah. Don't do that, because he's going to cry for weeks. It's going to make recording.
Somebody emailed us off of the reviews, and they're listening. So hey, what's up, man? And they said, yeah, I am Kristoff Shithead, and I was like, that was autocorrect, right?
I laughed a bit.
I laughed so hard at that exchange. Not only did he start with shithead, but Shane's response is, that was autocorrect, right? Right?
You didn't mean to call me that, right? He goes, no, there's pretty much, everyone's got that character they hate. He didn't say that, but it's pretty much that.
That was pretty funny, because that's the opposite reaction that we get from most people.
Everyone else loves Kristoff.
Yeah, that's true. Lots of people love Kristoff.
It's me. I created a fake email, and I'm
just to balance it out. Let the hate flow through you.
Somebody's got to fucking bring me down a peg.
That's right. Okay, cool. Well, we're gonna wrap this one up. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, guys.
Oh wait, just got
He wrote these roll for humanity.
That is a 17. Pretty juicy. I don't know what day this comes out on.
The 30th.
Anybody help me out? Okay, so this is the last one for July?
Checking calendar, but I think that's right, because 28 was today. Yeah, it is the 30th. Yep.
So I'm proud to announce that all the rolls for July are going to go to the Bodna group, which is this amazing organization. Our patrons just decided with us that this was going to be the amazing group that we gave the money to for July. And what they do is they use role-playing game as kind of a therapeutic method to help sometimes younger people deal with traumas and deal with some issues that they're having, and they do that through role-playing games and creative writing, and just a really cool organization that takes this thing that we do for fun and to kind of reach out in this community, and they do it to really help people with some issues, and it's an amazing thing to see people get out of their shell. It's just really cool, and if you haven't checked it out, you should definitely do so.
That's pretty neat.
That's awesome.
But they're getting all the monies for July.
Great.
That's really cool.
About that.
We'll have to put a link in the July episodes, at least the ones that are still going to post, so we can. I'm going to go check them out. I'd never heard of them. I saw that they did that in the Patreon group, but I didn't see that it was official. So now I'm going to have to go check it out. Okay, well, we're going to stop it. We're going to tell everybody goodbye. Goodbye. We love you. Lots of people love Kristoff.
It's me. I created a fake email, and I'm
just to balance it out. Let the hate flow through you.
Somebody's got to fucking bring me down a peg.
That's right. Okay, cool. Well, we're gonna wrap this one up. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, guys.
Just got
he wrote these roll for humanity.
That is a 17. Pretty juicy. I don't know what day this comes out on.
The 30th.
Anybody help me out? Okay, so this is the last one for July?
Checking calendar, but I think that's right, because 28 was today. Yeah, it is the 30th. Yep.
So I'm proud to announce that all the rolls for July are going to go to the Bodna group, which is this amazing organization. Our patrons just decided with us that this was going to be the amazing group that we gave the money to for July. And what they do is they use role-playing game as kind of a therapeutic method to help sometimes younger people deal with traumas and deal with some issues that they're having, and they do that through role-playing games and creative writing, and just a really cool organization that takes this thing that we do for fun and to kind of reach out in this community, and they do it to really help people with some issues, and it's an amazing thing to see people get out of their shell. It's just really cool, and if you haven't checked it out, you should definitely do so.
That's pretty neat.
That's awesome.
But they're getting all the monies for July.
Great.
That's really cool.
About that.
We'll have to put a link in the July episodes, at least the ones that are still going to post, so we can. I'm going to go check them out. I'd never heard of them. I saw that they did that in the Patreon group, but I didn't see that it was official. So now I'm gonna have to go check it out. Okay, well, we're gonna stop it. We're gonna tell everybody
Bye.
goodbye. Goodbye. I love you.